Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, follows Jason's spirit as it possesses various people to continue his killings after his death. To resurrect him, Jason must find and possess a member of his bloodline, but he can also be permanently killed by one of his surviving relatives during using a magical dagger. And oh my god. I'm going to say this right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Goes to Hell is not only one of the worst Friday the 13th movies or one of the worst horror movies I've ever seen in my life, but it's just a terrible movie. It's a complete dumpster fire. It's a complete dumpster fire. That's how I would describe Jason Goes to Hell. It's an utter mess. The direction, the acting, it's awful all around. It's just complete and utter garbage. The film was conceived by co-writer and director Marcus under Cunningham, producer and director of the first film. After the low box office returns of Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, Paramount sold the character's rights of Jason to New Line Cinema. And this became Jason Goes to Hell went on and became the second worst performing film in the series after Jason Takes Manhattan. And dude, everything about this movie is just complete and utter garbage. It's a mess. Directing, the editing, the acting, the characterizations, the character development, just name it. And the supernatural elements, the supernatural elements, just sometimes, or maybe actually throughout the whole movie, it just doesn't make any sense. Sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. It just does what the plot wants it to do. And the movie is called Jason Goes to Hell. Where is Jason? That is the big question when you're watching this movie. Like when I'm watching this movie, where is Jason? Because he's barely in this movie. And as a physical character, he's just this movie is a fucking brain tumor. It's just it's just the thing about this movie is just it's ludicrous. The characters are just crazy and awful. It's just nonstop gore. There's poor lightings and visuals. The writers, they try to come up with an idea that they thought might be unique, might be something interesting. I get it. I understand that. They thought they conjured up some history and mythology for the plots, twists and turns, but the whole thing ends up even more confusing. The plot is a confusing mess, and the humor, there's a little bit of it. Not that it needed it, but it could have helped, but it's just really bland, and it just doesn't stick. It's incoherent. There's little suspense. The film generates little suspense and relies for the majority of its thrills on close-up gores. Ah, my God. It doesn't have much to add. It doesn't have much original ideas to add. I don't even like the direction. Speaking of the direction, the director of this movie, Adam. Oh, let me look him up. Adam Marcus. Adam Marcus's direction for this film, it just the camp humor and inside jokes, and it just opted out instead for a straightforward like Saturday night approach, and it's a complete mess. There's a complete lack of tension and style. Um, like the cast is bland. There's nothing to contribute to the genre. This is like there's a lot of gratuitous violence in this film too. It's ridiculous to the point where it became ridiculous. The dialogue is wooden, and the acting is just like it just makes you want to laugh at the film, at the dialogue that's being spoken out of these actors. It's more, I don't know. It's This movie is just complete and utter garbage. Thank you everyone for taking your time to listening to my review, my thoughts. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's all I have to say, and that's all I'm going to say for Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because when you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll be helping me out by a bunch. You will be part of my community, and I treat my community as like this huge, big family, and I would very much like to welcome you on board, and I would very much like to welcome you into the community. Thank you so much everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks.